Now, why has your boy over there got an American flag? Good morning from Warsaw, Poland. Still here, and today is a very special day for the country. As I mentioned yesterday, today is Polish Independence Day. What does that mean for me? It means that not much is going to be open and I might struggle finding taxis, so we're going to have to plan accordingly as I get to the airport. But what does that also mean? It means I get to try this again, which I first tried in Poznan. This is a Poznan delicacy, the St. Martin's croissant. But apparently, and I didn't know this, on Independence Day, you can get it also here in Warsaw. What makes this very special? It's not really a croissant, it's a croissant in shape and sort of appearance only. It's more of a cake. It's like a thick cake with icing, poppy seed filling, goes great with coffee. And what's really special about this is that you need a certificate of authenticity to serve it, which the place that we got it from proudly displayed. So if you look there, it's more of like a cake with a filling. Really sweet. Has a thick, satisfying filling, the poppy seed filling. The icing sugar, literally the icing on the cake. It's really flavourful, really sweet. The size of it though is like, wow, that's a full meal on its own. Obviously I'm not going to be eating both of them. But yeah, nice little treat to begin Polish Independence Day the right way. What makes this filling inside the croissant so special is it's not only comprising of the poppy seeds, it's got figs, walnuts, orange peel. So it's kind of zesty, almost kind of like a cinnamon flavour, and it's just really satisfying, moreish. The deeper you get into the croissant, the more of this filling there is, so every next bite is more flavourful and satisfying than the last.
The police presence was massive in Warsaw. I don't know if this is typical for this date or if recent tensions between the Horde right and Poland's current centrist and right-wing coalition government, particularly on matters such as the EU and the war in Ukraine, led to increased precautions. Nationalist politicians lead Independence Day protest marches through Poland's capital every year, and apparently this year was no different, although I did not personally witness them myself.
And on the grounds of the university campus that I showed you yesterday, we have free concert.
So on the matter of Polish independence, this is celebrated on the 11th of November every year to commemorate the restoration of Polish sovereignty, with the birth of the Second Polish Republic following the events of the Great War, or World War I, in 1918. You see, the destruction of the neighbouring powers that divided Polish territory among their empires for 123 years led to the possibility for Poland to re-emerge as its own country, and it did so gradually, by a short-lived Regency Council that disarmed the Austrian and German forces before seizing civil and military power from them, and then finally announcing Poland's independence.
Now we're coming to what seems like the main event, just beyond the Europskie Hotel, over at the Monument to the Unknown Soldier. All you can see is a sea of Poland flags, people here to watch a speech and to commemorate Poland. The atmosphere is great. It's so calm and serene. I was expecting it to be like bustling crowds and really hard to make your way through, but it's actually so well organised that it's really peaceful and you just get a bit of a buzz actually.
dla uczczenia narodowego święta niepodległości, flagę państwową podnieść!
And I got myself a little badge with the Polish eagle crest, 25 zloty from one of the street sellers. So why not take some memorabilia from being able to attend such a special monumentous event. The funny thing is, when I booked this trip to come to Warsaw, I had absolutely no idea. Culturally ignorant of me, of course, not to know their Independence Day, but there I was. I didn't know, I had no idea. It was just a happy accident that we happened to be here in the capital city of Poland. What's that? Missing the fun part. I had to come back for this. Wow. At least I got to see a little bit of it, eh? But anyway, I've defaced my Tommy Hilfiger jacket by poking a hole in it. It's proudly displayed my Polska badge. How's that for getting involved? And the crowds continue marching down towards Sigismund's Column in the Old Town Square. So I'm presuming there's more festivities this way. We have probably about an hour or so before I should be heading to the airport just to make sure I've got enough time. Although I don't predict it's going to be too busy. Obviously, not many Polish people are going to be wanting to leave today on their special national celebration when that's the reason that most Polish people that are living overseas will have come back specifically for this. So probably most of the people that were on my flight here will not be on the flight back. Selling breads, donuts, pretzels, some of these little sweets that I see. Wow. Now, why has your boy over there got an American flag? Is he having memory problems? Has he forgot what day it is? It's November the 11th, not July the 4th. And regardless, we're in Warsaw. Not sure what all that's about at Sigismund's Column, just some kind of hippies sat on the floor banging tambourines while some pre-recorded music plays. Not really relevant to Polish independence, but seems like some people are enjoying it. Let them at it. Polish beer for a Polish celebration. I feel like I'm probably the only one with a can of beer in the streets, but someone's got to start it off, haven't they? Maybe I'll make everyone else feel, oh, you know what, this fella's walking around with a can of Tisky, maybe I can too, and I'll set off a little trend and we'll make the party even more fun. I'm only having the one. I'm acting like I'm going to cause a riot or something. It's a civilised bit of street drinking. But I've really enjoyed this. I'm so glad I didn't miss it. Even if just for a couple of hours, I've had a lot of fun. I might have to make this a thing, visiting countries' capitals when it's their Independence Day celebrations or other big cultural events like a national day or something. Polski smack. vintage car rallies here in Poland. For anyone who watched my video in Sopot earlier this year, they had like an American retro style event going on there on the seaside. And again, there was a car rally just like this, although not as old. I mean, look at this one. Wow. Look at that. That was comfortable. That was really comfortable. This is a car that was produced in 1897 in the US. Crazy, right, to believe that that is a car. The oldest car, apparently, that is currently in possession here in Poland. So that's the oldest car in Poland. It was made in the USA, but it's part of the Polish National Collection of Vehicles, and it's the oldest in the country. 1897. That is pretty cool. I'm not a car guy myself, but I can appreciate something like that. An old Ford from 1927, so just 30 years after that first car that we saw. Automobile technology really did come leaps and bounds in such a short period of time, although I suppose everything did. Looks like now the parade is winding down anyway. The military police are leaving, all the officers that took part in the parade are leaving. Everybody's crowded around just to see them all go, and then I guess it's over. I've got to say, it's all very impressively put together and organised. You know, sheer volume of people that have to be managed, the roads that have to be closed off, just the planning of the parade, the timing of everything, the organisation is really impressively put together, and the end result is amazing. I've had a lot of fun here. Definitely recommend anybody who plans to come to Poland during the winter. Just time it right, time it so that you can be here in Warsaw, or any major city. I suppose will have their own thing going on, but I would definitely say Warsaw is where it's at. Naturally, it's the capital, it's going to be the best celebration, right? I definitely recommend it. Get yourselves here for Polish Independence Day. That about does it for my little tour of Warsaw during Independence Day. I hope the atmosphere shone through in the video. Yeah, I've had a really fun time. Appropriate end to my trip here in Warsaw.